Hey, it's Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this website here called DropshipForSale, and you're wondering, is this a good way to make money online? What is this all about? Maybe you've seen an ad on social media. Let's review this service to see whether it's worth your time, whether you can really make the money that they're claiming here, or is there a better option? All right. Now, at any time, if you want, you can get my favorite way to get to 5 to 10,000 US dollars per month, 100% from home. All you need to do is just click the link in the description box, and I will send that training directly to your email for free. All right, now let's take a look at Dropship4Sale. Now, I've reviewed hundreds and hundreds of different business models, courses, services, offers online on how to make money, and some are good and some are not so good and some are just plain bad. So let's take a look at Dropship4Sale and what they are actually offering. All right, now first of all, if you don't know what dropshipping is, it's basically selling physical products through your own website, which is basically called a Shopify store, right? So what Dropship4Sale is going to do is they're going to help you to build the Shopify website. That's pretty much it. All right. So instead of you learning how to build it out on Shopify yourself, which can be quite complicated because Shopify is not a very easy software to use, they are going to build your Shopify store for you, right? So let's just say you wanted to sell coffee, or you wanted to sell scented candles, or some sort of cosmetics. They would build out the store for you that would look like this, right? So sunglasses, outdoor camping, watches, virtual reality, wood products, you get the idea, okay? Now, they've got different plans, and you can see it right here. They have the $99 per month basic membership, which is basically your starter store, right? So it's actually very cheap, to be honest. It's $99 per month. They build out the store for you, store setup, store design, supplier integration, graphics, premium support, all that kind of stuff, right? Marketing guide, store maintenance, which is great. And you can pretty much choose all of the different niches that they have down here, which is a lot. Baby products, sunglasses, outdoor camping, wood products, you get the idea, right? Now, if you want to have a more customized, or I should say premium package, then it's $999 one time for your store. The only thing about their premium package is that they don't have access to all the different niches. At the time of recording this video, you can only build electronics and women's fashion for more premium templates, basically, right? And then if you want a fully customized store, okay, then you're gonna have to get in touch with their team, and they can give you a custom quote. All right. Now, there's nothing wrong with this service. Basically, what they do is they just help you to build the Shopify store. All right. So if you're somebody that is a little bit, you have issues with tech and you don't really want to build your Shopify store, you don't want to have to learn how to do all the options and do all the listings and put up the pictures and set up your domains and all that kind of stuff with Shopify, then this is actually a great service. Especially if you start with a $99 per month package. It's not expensive. They'll help you to choose your niche. You can place your order, and then you'll receive your store 24 hours after you filled out the form. It's really, really quick. Okay. Now, the thing that they don't help you with, right? And this is a thing that you need to understand with dropshipping, is that owning your store is just the first part of setting up your dropshipping business. That's actually the easiest part. What's actually much more difficult is figuring out what to sell, all right? Finding your products from the supplier, because you're selling your own products, right? So you have to source suppliers, and you basically have to, whenever somebody buys from your store, you have to work with your supplier to get the products delivered directly to your customers. Okay, so they don't do any of that part. They just do the building of your website. So if you don't understand how to do Shopify marketing, then this is pretty much useless. Does that make sense, right? So these guys only help you to build your store. You still have to understand how to do dropshipping. You have to understand how to find your suppliers. You have to understand how to do the customer service. And the most important part is you have to understand how to market your products through your Shopify store, which means that you need to learn either Facebook ads, TikTok ads, or Google shopping ads, or search engine optimization, or YouTube ads. If you don't understand any of that, then this service is not going to work for you. Does that make sense? Because just because you have a coffee shop or a scented candle shop on the internet doesn't mean that people are going to buy, right? So these guys only provide one step in that process. Does that make sense? Now, there's nothing wrong with their service, by the way. I think it's a great service. So if you have, again, if you're a little bit you're not so good at tech and you need somebody to help you to build your store, then Dropship for Sale will help you to do that, right? And I would suggest going with their cheapest package, to be honest. It saves you the most money, right? But you still need a training course that will teach you how to do dropshipping from A to Z. Does that make sense? Right? You still need to find your suppliers. You still need to tell them what products you want on your store, and then you got to do all of the traffic generation so that people will find your stuff and buy from your store. Okay? They don't help you with any of that stuff. They might advise you a little bit, but you need a proper training program step by step on how to get traffic. Otherwise, your store is just going to sit there empty and nobody's going to find you because the internet is a gigantic ocean. Does that make sense, right? So I think that it's a great service if you know what you're doing with dropshipping. Otherwise, you need to go and buy a dropshipping training program to teach you how to do dropshipping, and then you can use their service to build your store. Okay, so that's what I would say. So overall, it's a decent service for what it is. If you want to save a bit of time, again, they've got cheap packages and slightly more expensive packages, right? And that's if you want to grow a dropshipping business. The only thing that I would say about dropshipping, and you just need to be careful, is that dropshipping these days is a very, very challenging business because the profit margins are so low, right? When you sell physical products, the amount that you can charge for your products is there's a glass ceiling because people know how much a pair of glasses costs, right? Or let's just I'll give you a real example, right? If you're selling coffee, you can't sell coffee for a crazy amount of money because it's coffee. Everybody knows how much coffee costs, even if it's premium coffee, right? You have to buy it from a supplier at a certain price, and you can only mark it up a certain price, okay? So that means your profit margins are limited. It becomes a volume game. You have to sell a lot of product. Then the thing about dropshipping is there's a lot of cost. That's what a lot of people don't realize about dropshipping, is that the cost is very high to run a dropshipping business. You have to run your websites. You have to pay memberships for the sites right here, right? You have to pay for all your marketing. You have to probably hire staff to handle your customer service, because when you're selling hundreds and hundreds of products every single day, you can't do the customer service. Otherwise, you'd be working 15 to 18 hours a day. Does that make sense, right? And then it doesn't become a fun business anymore. That's what a lot of people don't tell you about dropshipping. Now, how do I know this? I used to own a dropshipping business. I shut it down because of some of these issues that we spoke about, all right? So you want to consider that before you decide to open up a dropshipping store. It's not that you can't make a lot of money with dropshipping. You can. It's just a very, very difficult business model to be successful with, because the profit margins are so small. You have to sell literally thousands and tens of thousands of products a month in order to build a big business, okay? And then you have to hire lots of customer service staff. You have to pay salaries. You have to deal with your suppliers. You have to pay for your websites, and you have to spend a lot of money on ads, right? That's the problem with dropshipping. But if you are willing to build that kind of business, then it's possible to grow a big business, right? It just depends on whether you want to deal with all those headaches that come with dropshipping, right? But again, with regards to Dropship for Sale, these guys just help you to build the websites, right? They don't run the business for you. They don't do the supplying. They don't do any of the marketing. They just do the website itself, if that makes sense, right? And if that's what you want to do, I think it's a pretty cool service. It's going to save you a lot of time and headache with all the tech stuff if you're not very techy. Okay, so that's my review of Dropship for Sale. You can check them out at DropshipForSale.com. But if you're here watching this video right now, maybe you're looking for a way to build income online, but you don't really know how, right? You're just kind of exploring, you're doing your homework, you're in research mode. Listen, there are a lot of ways to make a full-time income online, especially in this day and age. I've been online marketing for over 14 years. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Lots of different models I've tried. And for me, there's still only one way, my favorite way, to get to $5,000 to $10,000 US per month minimum, again, with your computer and an internet connection, and it's 100% digital. You don't have to deal with physical products. You don't have to deal with low profit margins. We're talking about big profit margins, 100% digital. I still think it's the best way to make a full-time income online from anywhere in the world. If you want that training, I'll send that to you for free. All you need to do is just click the link in the description box and I'll send that directly to your email. Please check your spam folder, because sometimes email ends up in spam these days. I hope you enjoyed this review today, and I will see you on another review video. Take care.